Hey, what's up everybody? TooTallToby here, and in today's SOLIDWORKS sheet metal quick tip, we're going to talk about a little challenge I ran into with a customer recently. And the challenge was that when we exported their sheet metal design to a one-to-one flat pattern DXF, some of the information was missing. And so I figured today I would share with you what we did to resolve this issue so that if you run into a similar issue, you will know exactly what to do. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button on this video and let's take a look at this sheet metal part. It's a very simple sheet metal part, just a base flange extrusion here with sheet metal. And then the customer wanted to include some text on the top face of this model. Now, the reason the customer does this is because when you've got 10 or 15 or 20 different sheet metal parts and you're trying to physically assemble them for the next phase, which is probably a welding process, it's really helpful if each of the parts has a part number scribed onto it. It really helps keep things organized and helps with the assembly process. And that makes total sense to me. So the customer created this geometry, went into a flat pattern, it looked good, and then did a right mouse button and said export to DXF DWG. Now, when you do this, you can name the DXF and then you can choose what you want to include in this one-to-one export. So we want to include the sheet metal information and we just want to include the geometry. We hit the green check mark and boom, we got a nice one-to-one DXF for our export process to the laser cutter or the water jet or whatever the next phase is in your manufacturing process. But the problem is that this export did not include that text, and the customer wanted that text to be physically scribed onto the part. So this is no good. So I'm going to hit cancel here. I'm going to cancel that export. I'm going to cancel this as well. And now we're going to talk about a feature over here in the SOLIDWORKS sheet metal feature tree. And that feature is called flat pattern. Now, to get to this feature, what you do is you expand this folder here, and then you go down to flat pattern and you do a right mouse button and you say edit feature. And there's all kinds of useful features here in this flat pattern feature. In fact, in my training class, Toby's SOLIDWORKS Sheet Metal Fundamentals, we spend an entire chapter just talking about this flat pattern feature because when you try to export to a one-to-one DXF, it's really important to understand all these settings, the merge faces, the simplify bends, the corner treatment. All these settings are important and are going to affect that export process. But we talk about a lot more in that class. If you want to get more info on that class, visit us at tootalltoby.com/training. We're teaching it next month, and that training class is going to let you learn how to do sheet metal extrusions and base flanges, edge flanges, cuts in sheet metal, how to make drawings from sheet metal, and how to export that information to a one-to-one DXF for the manufacturing process. So take a look down in the description. We've got links down below in the description, or visit us at tootalltoby.com/training. It's a great class for you if you're trying to learn about sheet metal, but it's also a great class if you've got any coworkers who need to learn more about sheet metal fundamentals. This is definitely going to get them up and running and in the right direction for sheet metal. Well, one of the settings that we find here in this flat pattern feature when we go in and we say edit flat pattern is this setting here, fixed face. It's all the way up at the top and it's so innocuous that a lot of times people don't even realize this is a setting, but you can make choices here for fixed face. And what this will do is it will control which face is held steady or constant when you go into a flat pattern. Originally, it was this face under here. Now I'm changing it to the side face here. And so what this means is if I now jump into a flat pattern, look at that. Now that side face is being held as a constant face. Or if I edit that flat pattern feature again, and then I choose this face over here, and I hit the green check mark, and then we go into a flat pattern, there we go. Look at that. Now that face is being held steady or constant. Well, the other thing that the fixed face does is it controls which face is up when you're doing a DXF export. So what that means is if we right mouse button on this flat pattern feature here, and then we say, we don't want this face to be the fixed face, we want this face here to be the fixed face, we hit the green check mark. If we look at the flat pattern, it pretty much looks the same as it did when we came into this exercise. However, if we right mouse button on this face and we say, export to DXF DWG, and then we choose to name that DXF, we say save, we say we want to use sheet metal and we just want to use geometry. Now, when we hit the green check mark, look at that. We got that one-to-one DXF export, but now this time we actually have that scribed text. And the reason that that occurred is because when you define the fixed face, you're also defining the up direction for this DXF export. And that means that this not only will help you when you're trying to export specific text, but it'll also help you if you ever need to take the entire model and flip it. Like if you had a hole going through this model and you wanted to control the direction of the burr that occurs when you punch that hole through the sheet metal, well, you could have that burr, pointing up or outward, or you could have that burr pointing inward. And a lot of times in sheet metal, we do this to avoid having kind of a sharp edge or a catch point from that burr. So this is also the same trick you would use to take that whole model and flip it. In a drawing, in a sheet metal drawing, there's a button that says flip view that lets you do the same thing. It lets you pick up the sheet metal flat pattern and flip it over. But you don't have that button when you're working in the part mode and you're just going right out to DXF DWG. Well, now you know how to do that as well. You can flip that entire view by specifying which face is going to be the fixed face on that model. So now I'm going to choose save, and I'm ready to turn this thing into a flat pattern with those scribed letters. So let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comments. Did you learn anything new about SOLIDWORKS sheet metal? Did you have any questions for me about SOLIDWORKS sheet metal? And of course, if you have a lot of questions for me, it might be time to sign up for that TooTallToby sheet metal fundamentals training class, which we're teaching next month. TooTallToby.com/training for all that information. Otherwise, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and be sure to come back for more SOLIDWORKS sheet metal quick tips.